Hello community, my name is Dawn Matthews and I am the founder and executive director of FPA Foundation, which stands for Forceful and Progressive Advocacy. Today is Wednesday, February 25th, and today I wanted to do a video to talk about my experience today with dealing with the state office building on 163 West 125th Street. I had attended a child abuse and maltreatment hearing today for a member of mine named Mr. Lance, and I just, was a little taken back and disturbed by the administrative law judge that was on the case. When we got there, there was already a problem with the case because they had issued Mr. Lance a wrong case. They gave him a 424 hearing instead of a 422. The 424 hearing is for child care applications only, and he needed a 422 so that he can be able to present his witnesses. And with the 424 hearing, you're not allowed to bring your witnesses on the hearing. So I had brought that to their attention, I think last month or 2 months ago, and I was told that I had to write up to the state to try to get his a conversion of his case so that he can get the right hearing. I wrote up to the state. We didn't get anything back. We didn't get an answer back. So I wrote the administrative law judge, Glenn Harris, to let him know that we wanted to postpone this hearing today because Mr. Lance did not receive a letter back stating that his hearing has been combo or it was converted. So the judge denied it and said no. He got an email stating that it was converted and that we still need to come in. So we get over to the judge. Matter of fact, we get over to the state office building. I'm sitting there now. There's a different attorney, not the attorney that was on the first case. There's this woman attorney that I seen previously on another case that really wasn't too friendly. You can see she was a little anti-friendly. You can say that. So we get in there, and I, waited till we got a record, and I asked them. I said, I just wanted to know, because Mr. Lance did not receive a letter stating that the hearing has been converted, and can we get any documentation stating that? So he's saying, no, he can't provide no documentation stating that, but this is the right hearing. Number two, the new attorney on the case, we didn't receive his evidence package. Now, we received the first package, but there was another package that should have been submitted by her when she first got the case. She didn't submit that to me. So what they did was the judge, on record, because I said that, I think they're in here violating people's due process. He tried to make it seem like I'm in here insinuating that they're in here violating due process, but which they are really violating Mr. Lance's due process because Mr. Lance did not receive the letter. Number two, he didn't receive his evidence package, and now you want to submit a 100-page document and asking him if he can review it and still proceed with his hearing, which I told Mr. Lance, no, he needs to postpone this hearing so that we can have another hearing. So it was a big thing, me going back and forth with the judge and with the ACS worker. After that, we did wind up getting another hearing, and he had to call the director so I could speak to the director of OCFS. But the point of my story is, community, a lot of people, they need to have an attorney when they go over to the Office of Children Families Services, to those state hearings, because the community due process is being violated by those administrative law judges up in that state office building. If you are not aware of what the process is and you don't even have a clue on what your due process is, how are you going to be able to fight? And those people, like I said, that are in there, the ACS worker and the administrative law judge, position, if you look at the manual, the administrative law judge position is supposed to be a neutral party. But this judge, he was not neutral. Okay, it seemed to me like he had already sided with the ACS attorney because I'm asking questions. You know, it was a problem because I kept questioning them on Mr. Lance's due process. So, you know, I'm just, you know, telling the community, you know, if you have a false allegation, a child abuse case, you know, join FPA Foundation and our movement. We need to reach out to our council members because we need to make sure that people due process rights are not being violated when they do have a state hearing at the office in Children and Family Services at 163 West 125th Street. And we need to just reach out to our council members, and I'm going to be organizing and reaching out to them to see if we can get some type of, you know, pro bono legal counsel for the community. Because not just foster parents, I'm talking about for parents, for anybody that has a false allegation, because you can't go in there and fight against these people by yourself, especially when you don't know your policy and if you don't know your due process. And like I said, they was trying to force him to have his hearing today, you know, which knowing that he didn't have the correct evidence. And then they kept shutting him down. You know, his package that he wanted submitted for evidence, it was a problem with that. The judge made it clear it was a problem with everything that what Mr. Lance wanted to do. But it wasn't a problem with the ACS attorney who didn't provide him with the 100-page the evidence that they had against him. So it's clearly that up in that state office building, they need somebody in there monitoring them as well. And they also need, like I said, the community needs to have representation, attorney, when they do decide to go up there, because it's unjust. And I really was disturbed and taken back by the behavior of the judge. I expect that from the ACS attorneys, but I'm not even going to say that because I have ACS attorneys that are working with me when I do go up there. But this ACS attorney, oh my God, it's like she just had it out for him. And she did that to another parent that I had without even, you know, knowing the case. But check out our website, get involved with our movement, and I'm going to be asking people to start writing these complaints, you know, to our elected officials, and to see if we can get some support, because like I said, low-income people that live in poverty, they can't afford to get an attorney. And when you're being falsely accused and put on that child abuse registry for 28 years, you really need an attorney, someone that can go in there and represent you to clear your name. So please, again, support our movement. Check out our website, FPAFoundation.org. Go to our YouTube channel, and we will not be silent. Our voices will be heard. We will be continuing our movement, and we're going to continue to ask questions, continue to agitate folks who think that they can just violate our rights. We're not going to tolerate that. So have a good day.